How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at the new 2024 Nissan Nismo Z, and I know this is kind of old news, but I haven't made a video about it yet. And obviously today is not like a normal review or anything. We're just going to be looking at some of the specs. Getting into it, I have to say I'm incredibly disappointed. I know a lot of people out there on the internet are disappointed as well, so I'm sure that this isn't necessarily going to be an unpopular opinion. But I just don't see what the hell Nissan is doing. Like, they had a perfect opportunity to make the Nismo Z into something that is pretty great. Already the Z has had some pushback with Toyota coming out with the manual transmission for their new Supras and just overall outperforming the new Z on tracks, and a lot of interest of the new Z kind of fading after its release and everything. But I still like it, and I know a lot of people out there still do like it for the car that it is. I love the fact that Nissan kind of made it themselves. I love the fact that they brought back a manual transmission and they went with a modern retro design, kind of brought back that S chassis silhouette that was missing from the 350s and 370s. And I can go on and on and on, but ultimately I feel like the car is a perfect culmination of all the different past Z generations into one car design, into one modern car design, I should say. Because again, it has the S chassis silhouette. It kind of does have like the more modernized 240, 280 S chassis front fascia with the headlights and the kind of like big square grille in the front. Again, it is more modernized, so you're losing some of that heritage, but overall, like in the rear with the 300ZX inspired taillights, I think that's fantastic. And then moving on to the interior, everything's very simplistic. Again, it is modern, there's huge screens everywhere, but you still have those like little 3 gauges, which were kind of like a staple for the 350 and 370Zs. So it's kind of paying homage to all the different generations, which I really love with the design. Now, performance-wise, the regular Z's right out of the gate made 400 horsepower, and you could get them in a 6-speed manual, which again, like a lot of manufacturers are moving away from. I mean, they're moving away from internal combustion engines, let alone manual transmissions. So to see that in like 2023 or actually even 2022, when I first saw it at the 2022 New York Auto Show, it was very refreshing. And me being a Nissan fan, like you could tell from literally the Z poster right behind me, this is one of my favorite cars. It's probably my second favorite, right behind the Mustang. And if you've been subscribed to my channel, you know that I do a lot of videos talking about different Mustangs. Overall though, looking at this new Nismo Z, I'm extremely disappointed. So now actually moving into Nissan's website right here, and this tool actually allows me to basically just kind of compare different specs and trims. And right here we have all of the non-Nismo new Zs lined up. Now you can see that the price is exactly the same. It doesn't matter if you want the 9-speed automatic transmission or the 6-speed manual, but I did just decide to like list out all of them. And obviously us as car enthusiasts, most of the time with manufacturers, the manual transmission is less than the automatic, which I feel like Nissan probably could have cut their prices on the manual transmission trims, especially considering that the same exact trims on the automatic cars are like they're the same price, but that's neither here nor there. So the Z, the base model Z, the Sport, starts at $43,000 US, whereas the Performance with the LSD, the 19-inch raised wheels, a couple other like little things, that starts at $53,000, which that jump up is $10,000 for just like a few different things. Like, yes, it does have like the leather seats and stuff, but I don't know. It's an expensive car to begin with, right? But then we look at the new Nismo Z, and I just have a couple notes here. So the new Nismo Z, completely like base MSRP, not spec'd out at all, starts at $66,000 US. That is $23,000 over the Nissan Z Sports and $13,000 over the Performances. Now for that extra $13,000, or I guess extra $23,000, you get 20 more horsepower and you get a car that's 55 pounds heavier and only 1/10 of a second faster in the quarter mile. And it's only available in automatic. And it's not even like that automatic transmission is a better automatic transmission than the 9-speeds. It's the same exact 9-speed that is found in the sports and the performances if you want to get an automatic Z. So it's not like it has a better torque, it's not like it's a different torque converter, or if there's longer gears. I'm pretty sure the gear ratio is exactly the same too. So nothing is changing for the most part. I guess it's just tuned up a little bit. Maybe there's a different exhaust on it, but it's just 20 more horsepower for a little bit of a heavier car. Yes, it does go faster in a quarter mile, but you can only get it in automatic. I don't know who this car is for. It's not for collectors. I mean, maybe it could be for collectors because it's a Nismo, but it's not for like rich guys because it's not super fast. It's not exotic or anything. And it's sure as hell not for car enthusiasts because it's only available in automatic. Now, I know there's car enthusiasts out there, and some of you guys might enjoy maybe driving an automatic more than manual, but me, I definitely do not. I know pretty much all my friends, they don't either. Like, I don't know any enthusiasts off the top of my head that would rather drive an automatic vehicle. Now here we do have basically a whole gallery of pictures from Motor Trend, which I'll leave linked down in the description below, but we're just going to look at the overall design of it. And this is where a lot of my negativity goes back to some positive feedback, because I kind of want to end the video off on a better note than I started it. But here we could see the new Nismo Z. It's got the kind of classic white with the black accents with the little like red accent stripe down below. I think that this kind of color scheme looks fantastic on the new generation, like the new body. Looking at the engine bay, again, it doesn't look like, you can't tell really any difference off the bat from the engine bay. It's not like they have like carbon trim or anything. I believe that this strut bar may be different than the regular factory Zs. For some reason in my head, I feel like the factory Zs had like a triangle shaped one, but I could be wrong there. It could be the same exact one. This is kind of like just an action shot. They did update the grille a little bit, which I know like that's probably a big plus for some people. I don't think you're going to be spending like an extra $13,000 for like a little canard with like a front lip and an updated grille, or I guess it's all, they have trim all the way around the car, but still you get what I'm trying to say. So the new grille does look a little bit better. I would like to see maybe the Z get a facelift in the future where this kind of becomes standard, because a lot of people have been hating on that like box style grille that's in the regular Zs. Me personally, I really don't mind it. Now, another con of the article from Motor Trend where these pictures came from, the person talked about the shifter being small. To me, that doesn't really matter that much. It's an automatic. Like, I don't know. You do have the little red racing stripe on the steering wheel, but yeah, there's just not. It's missing a pedal. That's my biggest like negative thing, which you guys probably tell from all the times I've said it already. But it's missing a damn pedal. This thing should come in automatic. It shouldn't be as expensive as it is. I personally, I just don't understand it at all. It might be a little bit more lower than the regular Zs, and you do have the bucket seats. You do have like they look like Recaro bucket seats. Yeah, they are Recaro bucket seats, which that's nice. That's good. The steering wheel looks like Alcantara. That's nice. That's decent. Again, I don't think that's worth $13,000. But yeah, I have no freaking clue why they would do this. Why they'd only offer it in automatic. I was really hoping to see the new Nismo Z and hopefully not see it be completely like priced astronomically the way it is. But it is pretty damn expensive. I mean, $66,000. And mind you, it's not selling at $66,000. That's the base MSRP. Now, if I just type in new Z for sale on Google, you can see some that are at $67,000. But there's 169,000. But I mean, after everything is said and done, like you're paying at least over $66,000, potentially even over $70,000 for a Nissan Z that has 20 more horsepower and goes a tenth of a second faster in a quarter mile, and you can only buy it in automatic. Honestly, on the used car market, there's plenty, so many things that are more fun to buy for less than $60,000. Even nowadays when everything is priced extremely high and people are like listing their like 300,000 mile Mazda Miata for like 15,000 on Facebook Marketplace. There's so many different options out there. And even if you don't, like, even if used cars scare you for some reason and you want to get like a new enthusiast car, the new like BMW M2 is around the same price range as this. The new Dark Horse should be cheaper than this. The new Mustang Dark Horse. The GR Supra, its main competitor, cheaper than this. So I don't know what Nissan was thinking with this price point, with it only being offered in automatic, but let me know your thoughts and opinions down there in the comments below. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you guys are down there, again, definitely be sure to leave like a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that stuff. I know everyone always says it and it's annoying, but it really does help me out a lot as a smaller like car channel here on YouTube. But like always, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.